Hello everyone and welcome back to Rebel Brick. Today we're doing set 60348. This is a older Lego set. Well, actually no, I guess it's not. It is starting to go on clearance. I just saw over at the local Walmart that this is now on clearance for say $32. When I picked it up, it was on sale for $40, the normal price. So depending on where you are, what your local stores are doing, prices might vary a little bit. This is a Lego NASA imagined set, kind of based off of some of the actual proposed NASA vehicles, and then they do show what the vehicles kind of look like in here. So as we can see, it does somewhat resemble it. It does have the 6 wheels here, kind of nice and boxy. They do have the windows on the bottom, so that way you can see around. That way hopefully they don't run into any of the rocks. I think it looks pretty good. Putting it together, this whole top comes off. So I can pry this off just a little bit without doing anything here. Okay, so the whole top comes off. These doors open. This goes together with a bigger set, so it actually has a star base or a moon base that actually has a tunnel that flexes to go up, and it should be able to meet with this. So if you wanted to leave the top on, raise the door, you could do that. I'll take the top off for the moment so we can kind of see inside here. We have room for someone to pilot, and then we also have some room for someone to stand in the back, and we have some cargo area in the back. So looking at this, easily you should be able to get another 1 or 2 figures in the back if you wanted to. Has 6 caster wheels here, so that works pretty good. We have some what looks like to be solar panels on both sides here, so that works pretty well in my mind to say that, how are we going to get power to this so it can charge up and that during the day. It's got a little trailer kind of bed stand here or whatever, so if you wanted to put some rocks on there. Something I forgot to bring over is the rock and moon crater. I'll be right back. Okay, and then we have our rock and moon crater. So this is a standard rock feature, and we can open that up. It's all glittery on the inside, and there is one of the standard Lego kind of crystal rocks that sits inside there. Put that back in there, and then we could actually set that up right on there, like it's kind of carrying it as it goes back to our moon base. It comes with 3 figures. So we have this individual. If I take the helmet off, this is a young woman. It has a hairpiece that you can put on. So if you want to have her outside without having the helmet, or say inside your base without having the helmet, the backpack, if I remove the head, just kind of comes off. It is an interesting little build. It is 2 side holder pieces and a sloped plate. This is a newer kind of backpack setup that from what I'm used to seeing on any of their figures. So looks pretty decent to me. I don't see too many issues with it. It's not overly bulky. And as you can see, we have a shovel and we have kind of a grinder. So if you're going to take your rock and you had it down there and you want to pretend that they're grinding on it, so that way they can get the crystal out, that would work pretty good. So I will set her back here. And then we have another gentleman. His backpack just has the lights on it. It does not have any holder for anything. And if I take the helmet off of this gentleman, and then he's got hair to put on as I try and straighten it out. Okay, so that's this gentleman. Again, like I said, it's that newer backpack style where we can build on it, which I think works pretty good. And our third figure, I'm going to say is probably more like maybe an engineer that's trying to showcase how everything is. The hat is the hair that comes for this figure. There is no other hair for this figure. So I don't know, maybe we would say that this is the pilot and maybe put the pilot in there. As we look at inside here, the controls, we do have some small blocks that look like they have keypads in there. I'm trying to zoom this in so you can see it. And then we also have what would look like controls, so that way you can kind of drive it, like, you know, joysticks to go left, right, forward, and backwards. So I'm going to guess that maybe each set of wheels is independently driven. We have some computer panels in the back here. So if you're having your personnel doing some science experiments, that looks pretty decent. I will fold that up, and like I said, I opened this up before. We do have some room here, so if you just wanted people to stand there, or if you wanted to put something else in there, we do have some cargo room for that. And then the cover just kind of sits on here. So as I put the cover on, trying to get it onto the windshield here. I hear a little snap in the front. Okay, then I can close the doors. This is a little radar dish. So now we have a little radar dish, so that way they can try and talk to their command headquarters. So that kind of works out there. Like I said, I think this works out pretty well. This is a little bit bigger set. We also have a little drill, and these are on elbows. So I can kind of rotate this around so you can kind of see how this would look. So if you needed to drill out to try and get into our crystal, and we have like a little mining detector, so as they're driving by they can kind of check the ground for anything that might be underground. I think that works pretty good. I'm going to put it up like this, so almost like a crab style. Alright, like I said, this was $40 brand new. My local Walmart just started clearancing them out for $32. Looks like whoever was there before me had kind of grabbed the last one. I was happy that I did get it before it got sold out. If this is something that would interest you, this is kind of what it has, what it does. I mean, the tires are really kind of nice to be able to roll it around. That works fairly well. So hopefully this gives you an idea if it's something you'd be interested in. I know that we're going to see this while I start doing my space series in my comics. We're going to have 3 different bases. We're going to have one on the moon, one on Mars, and I'm choosing Neptune, so we will see how that goes. And we'll see what kind of antics I can get on that. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day, and keep building.